Yes people, what is good? I am BA, back once again with another reaction in the Fargo series. This is episode 2 of season 2 and it is called Before the Law. Last episode. It was a brilliant introduction to the new series. First of all, we got that waste man crime family member who was trying to convince a judge to change some case to do with the typewriters he wanted to buy. Ended up shooting her in a diner with witnesses, then having to shoot the witnesses, including the waitress. Then as he went outside, was hit by a car. They kept us in the dark for a little bit as to what that was about by switching to Lou, and we saw Lou start to take over the crime scene along with his superior officer, who I did find out, by the way, was actually Ted Danson. So not only did he look like Ted Danson, he was fucking him. And they started to piece together things when we switched attention to Todd from Breaking Bad and his family, and at first you're a bit curious as to how it ties in, but then we quickly find out it was his wife who hit the gangster. He's now wounded and still in the garage. Todd went down there to check it out and then ended up having to stab the guy after he lunged at him, so they have now killed a gangster in their house and stashed him in the freezer, if I remember correctly. We then cut to the crime family who I think we focused on in season 1, discussing their plans to overthrow that crime family which currently controls the area. So yeah, it was a brilliant setup episode and got me right into this new season, so I'm looking forward to this next one, so let's do it. This is episode 2, season 2, Before the Law. Let's check it out and see what it's saying to it.
Mama can Mama can
Ted Danson's one of these actors where, like, I've seen him in like 30 things, and I couldn't name a single one of them.
Garden in the county, been eating strawberries all week, snapping green beans.
No way, that guy on the right, the black dude, was the guy who in Sopranos guest cameoed in a couple episodes, or even one episode, as Massive Genius, the black rapper trying to get the rights to the back catalogue of his family members off the record label. I know he's been in way more stuff than that, but I'm just not sure what, nor do I know his name. These guys look like the fucking Amish Mafia. So this crime family lives in some sort of countryside house. I'm assuming this is their base of operations, and they all seem like legitimate family members.
Indian Joe some porn.
It's not the most graphic porn, to be honest.
Finish your chores.
Yes, sir. I've been helping Grandma with the bank. Shouldn't mean to get you all once all together up in the house.
I'm not sure if this guy's got nerve damage to his right arm or it's cerebral palsy or what, but that's interesting. So one of the brothers we were introduced to in the first episode has a son himself, so this kid is third generation, at least, criminal.
Is he listening to me? Cut off his ears.
Oh shit, he cut off the guy's ears. He looks dead. Can you die from just getting your ears cut off? I know you lose a lot of blood when you cut your ears off. I learnt that from Chopper Reed, who had to cut his own ears off to get out of a specific prison wing where there was a contract on his head. If you've never seen the film Chopper, watch it. It's a true story and crazy. Kind of a true story at least. But yeah, maybe the guy just died from getting his ears cut off. So I'm assuming these 4 people who showed up are in some way connected to the other crime family trying to take over, maybe?
Kansas City. They want to buy us out.
So they came to you then?
Well, that's interesting. These guys at least came with a money offer first before just going to war.
Where's your little brother?
Right. Haven't seen him. Who knows with that kid? Probably neck deep in some pussy.
Or, you know, keeping cool, chilling in a freezer of some description, maybe?
They're offering to buy the whole operation. Then pay us to run it.
Seems like a pretty good deal.
I said thank you very much. I'll consult with my partners.
Meaning Grandpa.
No.
Damn, so it's on the people in this room to make that decision. Well, I get the feeling that the mother is going to want to work with Kansas peacefully, and all these guys are going to be like, fuck that, we're going to war.
As new boss, I say we tell these Kansas City schwanzers to go to hell in the fast lane.
I thought that's the response they would have.
Boss can't be a woman.
Who says?
Think about it.
I'm all for it. If she's next in line, let her run the family.
I'm oldest. I'm boss.
Damn, maybe this family implodes from the inside. Maybe they don't even need to go to war with Kansas. Taking the other head of the table. We get the very obvious point you've just made there.
He built an empire from a shoeshine box.
Gotta respect it.
That's what an empire is. It's bigger than any son or daughter.
I think this woman would actually be the best boss, you know. She seems like the smartest and most level-headed out of them all.
That as soon as this crisis is over, I'll hand you your legacy. And I'll turn my thoughts to the grave.
That's a fair deal. She just knows that this is a really tense situation and she wants to do what's best for them all. I'm pleased he did not fight back with that decision in that scene. She is definitely the best choice. This guy seems like, I don't know, moderately intelligent, capable of getting things done physically, but definitely not the smart cookie you would need to navigate a potential war between two big crime families.
A lobster's got a pincher claw and a crusher claw. Which son is which claw?
Probably best not to compare the situation to lobster hands. Just a rule of thumb I live by.
First Gerhardt to switch sides gets a shiny red apple.
Okay, so their new strategy is to try and get someone to double-cross the rest of the family. Could be easy with that oldest son now he's been passed over for the position of boss. Could be. Nice sneaks, Ted. I'm aware that's the shoe that they found in the tree. Just saying it would have went with his uniform. Just saying. It would be like if the top-ranking pimps in the world started a police force.
Could do oatmeal, maybe.
Tell me
Something
a
about
story.
the smell of eggs right now.
Okay, coffee's fine.
I would have responded the exact same way. I'm not much of an oatmeal person, so if it was oatmeal or nothing, I'd take the coffee.
Apparently one of your victims was a judge.
A judge, huh?
Uh-huh.
Kinda strange with it being such a small police department and, you know, not much crime in the area that they wouldn't know all the judges, but oh well, there you go.
Judge, huh?
Betsy told you.
Yeah.
Yeah, municipal judge up in Fargo.
Ah, right, that makes sense. She's from Fargo. Got to tie Fargo into the series somehow.
Was this judge just in the wrong place at the wrong time, or was this whole mess about her?
Good thought by the police chief. This is definitely a more competent police chief than Bob Odenkirk's one. I mean, the first thing they need to do is wash this car and then just put through the rest of the windshield. For some reason, a completely missing windshield wouldn't be suspicious, but one with a man-sized hole in one side would definitely raise suspicion, I feel. In my limited experience with hitting men in cars. I say limited, it's not non-existent. Gotta clip a few people every now and again. Otherwise, you might as well just take the bus, am I right? Am I tripping? Or is his wife the actress that plays Mary Jane in the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies? I forget her name, but you know the one. She was in an Interview with a Vampire and all that shit. I can't believe her name's escaped my head. It looks like her.
There's too much stuff to do here.
Yeah, when you get to the supermarket, make sure you don't forget about 5 gallons of bleach. Still sitting in the same chair. He has not taken this Passover well, has he? I don't know if they will, but they're certainly setting this guy up to be the one the other crime family targets to double-cross the rest of his family.
We need Rye, so when you find him, you bring him to me first, you understand? Not her, me.
Already undermining his own mother. Nothing says incognito like a fucking red beret.
He had, at dinner last night, I think it was some bad clams. You know, from a can.
Those canned clams will get you.
Those poor people at the Waffle Hut, one after another in cold blood. I mean, first Watergate, and now this.
Yeah, fuck all those foreign atrocities. What about Watergate and this?
The word we is a castle hung with a moat and a drawbridge. You know what gets locked up in castles? Princesses.
This woman's argument is quite convincing, but I don't believe for a second that Todd from Breaking Bad is in any way trying to keep her as a housewife. He seems like a very fair husband. He literally just killed a dude and agreed to cover up the killing of the dude for her.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Well, I'll coordinate with Sheriff Larson and head up to Fargo first thing tomorrow.
I'm trying to think who we could encounter from season 1 up in Fargo when he goes, but I need to get that thought out of my head because I know these series aren't really connected in any way. I'm always hoping for characters from season 1 to pop up, but I shouldn't expect that.
I mean, I will have.
Interesting, targeting the typewriter guy. Would not have expected this to be their next move.
We're not really open, is the thing. Waiting for new models.
How would they know that this guy is in any way connected to the crime family?
Ow!
Oh no.
Last week, I bought one of those new automated coffee makers. And the thing is, pardon my French, a real piece of shit.
Gotta get a good coffee maker.
Makes a noise when it's brewing. It sounds like a fat man having a heart attack.
That's normal. That's normal.
All I said was talk to her.
What judge?
Mine! The judge of mine!
So it must have been these guys' first port of call to try and target the young dumb son who's already dead. I wonder if this is going to lead these people into contact with Todd.
1 hour ahead of the...
Yeah, this has got to be a shitty job. I doubt anybody in my comments has ever had to do this, but if you have ever had to clean up a dead body and try and cover it up, I feel for the stress levels that you have endured. I hope you were successful though, as long as you know you're not a serial killer or something.
Now we're ahead of the posse, and now I'm inside of my boat.
I mean, say what you want about it making your eyes pink in a swimming pool, but if you ever have to kill someone and clean up the blood, you'll be thankful for Bleach. Bleach will be like, well, look who's come crawling back, cries Swim. And even when I see the dead body version of this guy, I just think, what a fucking idiot. Imagine over some typewriter case, killing a judge in a public place with witnesses. This guy's a fucking idiot. I'm actually thankful he didn't survive episode 1. I didn't want to have to watch this idiot maneuver through this world for half a series. Sorry guys, I'll probably need to blur out those titties for the reaction. I hope we don't have to see Lou's wife die this season. Don't make us watch some miserable fucking cancer death.
You got the case.
I'll drive you.
But obviously, Lou's wife does die at some point between this and season 1 of Fargo. I just hope we don't have to see it. It's just miserable.
Sorry. You got wild hair. Something's not adding up.
Shows that Lou's always had good instincts, because he was still like this when season 1 came around. He's just always followed his gut when he's felt something's not quite right. Ah, the bug spray's still there. I don't know how he'll connect that, but it obviously shows that someone was prepared for an attack, I guess. Oh shit, she just found the weapon. That was a fucking good find.
What's that?
Oh, Mama's doing Daddy's job again.
Go, Mama!
That was good detective work by her. Yeah, because those guys don't look suspicious at all. And again, you could tell by the look on Lou's face that he instantly got the feeling something wasn't quite right with those guys. And he must have called ahead to the chief.
Rock County. What's that town on the Flintstones? On the Flintstones.
All right, that's it.
Your Flintstones show tunes aren't winning over anybody here. Out the car.
Okay, let me see some IDs.
Are those two guys twins?
Now them.
The tension they built there just by them both reaching in their pockets.
Two named Kitchen. Brothers, yeah?
Yes, sir.
They certainly look like brothers. They might not be in real life, but they do look the part.
What size shoes you boys wear?
Now that is a truly odd question.
I don't know if this scene's meant to be tense, but I'm feeling tension here. I feel like at any point these guys could just decide to shoot the cop.
I'm gonna radio ahead and make sure you make it out of state.
I hope they just leave peacefully.
You have a nice day.
This scene, in a lot of ways, was kinda similar to the Malvo There'll Be Dragons scene with Gus in episode 1 of Fargo season 1. It might have been episode 2, but you know the scene I mean. Not quite as confrontational, but definitely an undertone of threats going on. I feel like this is the same street that in the future Nygaard Insurance is on. Why is Todd looking so suspicious? I'm gonna keep calling him Todd till I remember his name, by the way. I do apologise about that. I just realised he's in a completely different vehicle as well. Didn't realise they had two cars. That makes it a lot easier for them. Oh shit, is he dumping the body? To be honest, the freezer in their house was temporarily the safest place for this guy. That was the most Molly-ish walk I've seen since Molly Solverson, but no one will ever replicate her endearing walk. I take it this was filmed during COVID.
Jeez, what happened to your car?
He did a good job cleaning that car up. I still think he should have put the entire windshield in, but aside from that, it's perfect.
What about you?
Me? Oh no, I wasn't. I was home. Those bills aren't gonna pay themselves.
Look at her trying to implicate Todd.
Maybe that's what you like. Huh? Breaking the rules?
Who is this woman, and how has she got us so figured out so quickly?
Found possibly the murder weapon over in the bushes there. Betsy did, I mean.
Gotta give credit where credit's due to the wife, she did well.
Cook fell funny, is the truth. Why I'm still here.
He was in full sprint when he fell, so don't judge him on his falling pose.
Like to smoke cigars for breakfast. Picked up the habit from his granddad, he said.
A hearty diet.
Shot him right through the cigar. And the look on his face when he fell. Bafflement.
Well, I suppose if you'd just been shot straight through the cigar, you would be somewhat baffled.
Hung himself, 1945. Found him in a bunker during the mop-up.
Ted Danson's character actually served in World War II, I'm getting by that speech.
Sometimes wonder if you boys didn't bring that war home with you.
Well, that's part of the problem. When you train people to be soldiers, then they have to go back into normal society. They'll still have all the capabilities of a soldier with them. If they can't get work, they could easily be approached by the wrong people. A lot of mafia were former military back in that era. He is still moping in that fucking chair. He has not gotten over this shit, has he? That's fucking disgusting. Oh shit. Oh, he better be careful with that single finger.
Killer still at large? AC? Yeah, we think so.
He doesn't look too suspicious, Todd. He's playing it off well.
So, you want a fat back or?
Well, lean if you got it.
Okay.
Third of a pound.
What is this guy gonna do if Lou spots the finger? He's fucked.
For a trim.
So risky.
Oh
no, let me.
No, I got it. Oh, I got it.
Oh, fuck.
You gonna get that?
Yeah.
Not this second. I've got a finger in my hand, but I was planning to.
Thanks.
That was close.
I'll make some oatmeal, okay?
And we can have breakfast when you get home.
I don't know if he'll be in much of an oatmealish mood when he gets home. Okay, and that was episode 2 of season 2 of Fargo Before the Law, and I will be back in just a minute with my thoughts on that. Okay, so Before the Law, what did I think of that? I just checked the end credits, by the way, and it is Kirsten Dunst playing Todd's wife. Can't believe that name fell out of my head, but yeah, okay, now I'm fully with the programme. Kirsten Dunst is in this, just adding to the big names that this show seems to be able to magnetically attract to it. And I'm not a movie star worshipper by any stretch or anything like that, but to just have big stars in a show like this just shows the magnitude of its quality, I feel. So this episode took quite a few twists and turns. It was shown that the Kansas Syndicate were looking to buy out the local crime family, but with the grandfather having had a stroke, that decision was left to his daughter and her son. And obviously the son, expecting to be next in line as he is the oldest male in the family, was so pissed off when she suggested that she take the reins. I do think she is best suited to run the family. She seems the smartest and the most level-headed. He still seems a bit dumb, a bit immature, but you can tell he took it to heart because he basically stayed in that chair for the remainder of the episode after getting told he wasn't going to take over the family. And the Kansas people sent 3 people down, those 2 brothers driving and not saying nothing, and the character who I think was called Mike, the black guy. And I don't know how he figured out that the youngest son was in contact with a typewriter guy, but that's the first person he went to see. Quickly got all the information out of him he needed, and then they were going to the crime scene, but obviously Lou was there, so they just drove past. Lou must have phoned ahead to Ted Danson, who stopped them in the road. There was that really tense scene, but there was no violence from it, just building these characters and the tension. But it seems like their first protocol, now they haven't been told that they can just buy the family outright, is to target the young dumb son who actually died in episode 1, so they're sort of chasing their tails a little bit just now. But this might end up with them leading the trail up to Todd, who has just basically gotten rid of the body. I'm assuming by the next episode, that body will be fully ground up. Boom, evidence erased. But this Kansas crime family seems smart enough to still follow the trail somehow to get to Todd. Maybe again it's going to tie into this car windshield getting fixed. Maybe that's all they'll need to get on the case of it. And also much respect to Lou's wife for finding the murder weapon in the snow. That is grade A police work for a dying woman who is not a police officer. And it feels like this show can just choose to have a really tense scene when it wants. It creates tension so easily. That last scene of Todd chopping up the body, Lou coming to visit, such a nonchalant scene, but with the setup of him being a police officer and him disposing of a body in the back just instantly creates a layer of brilliant tension in the writing. And as good as Lou's gut's been so far, I don't think he was suspicious of Todd. Maybe he was, but he didn't show it like he normally does when he feels like something isn't quite right. And yeah, I'm fully invested in this season now. I thought I was going to miss Molly and Malvo and all those guys for the entirety of this season, but now we're rolling into episode 2 of this. I've already almost put season 1 out of my mind. I just want to know what's going to happen in the story they're telling me now. And as always, the writing was A grade, direction was A grade, and the acting was A grade. This is such a quality made show. I hope they never stop making Fargo seasons if they're all as good as this in season 1. And I hope you guys enjoyed watching the reaction, and I cannot wait to see what they do next week. If you've enjoyed this, click like, subscribe to the channel to see more videos like this, ring the bell to be notified as to when they drop. If there's anything you want to talk about, comment down below, and share this around to anyone you think might appreciate it or want to watch these reactions along with us. My Patreon link is down in the description. If you become a patron, you get access to my blog, you get access to these reactions I put on YouTube a month and a half in advance, and you also get access to full-length versions of everything I react to. So consider becoming a patron, it helps me and my channel out so much, and until next time, I have been BA, peace.